Mincha today, early Mincha today will be at 6. Bisman Mincha will be 7:25. Last night we counted 14 in the Omer. Tomorrow we'll be davening at 6 upstairs.
What?
Tomorrow we're davening 6 upstairs. It's Rosh Chodesh. So David, you have a day off. Anyway, now for a very quick Devar Torah. As you know, we're doing Parshat Tazria Matzora. And as we learn, Matzora is the disease that afflicts you if you speak Lashon Hara. That's why the Kohen has to identify Matzora. If it was a regular disease, we'd go to the doctor. But in this case, we have to go to David, and he has to decide whether or not we have Matzora. Okay, and David, of course, is not above taking bribes, but he's a lawyer. But no, all joking aside, that it's a disease that you get Matzora according to the Rabbanim. You're afflicted with Matzora if you speak Lashon Hara. At first, it's a little thing on you, and then it spreads, eventually gets to your house. A disease does not go to your house. Your house is an inanimate object. It cannot be diseased. So obviously, we're talking about a spiritual disease, something that's afflicting us spiritually. And it's no accident that this week was also Yom HaShoah. And back in 1933, the Chafetz Chaim had a lot of his students eating by him on a Friday night. And they were discussing the last war, which is World War I, and how bad it was for the Jews. Because don't forget, the Eastern Front moved rapidly. Then there was the Russian Revolution, there were pogroms. It was really bad for the Jews, World War I, especially in Eastern and Central Europe. And they were discussing how bad it was. And the Chafetz Chaim said, do you think the last war was bad? After the next war, they'll laugh at what happened in the last war. You know, and they said, well, how do you know? He says, because the Jews are speaking Lashon Hara. And we will be suffering for that. The Jews don't care about one another. And if the Jews don't care about one another, then bad things will happen to the Jews. So, something to think about, Kaddish the Rabbanim.